I'm sorry. Good morning. 63 degrees out there. It's actually warmer this morning than it was yesterday. Hopefully another beautiful day. JC.
I should have worn shorts up here this morning because of this long sleeve shirt, but I just tried to match up my lovely little bride. Anyway, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us. This is Athens in the AM on a great looking Thursday. As Gloria just told you, lots of stuff happening all around North Alabama, especially the rodeo. We'll fill you in on that in just a moment. Join me today on Thursday, as always, our sports director, Zack, and Lonnie in here this morning. Lonnie's going to perform without Bonnie. So we're getting a little bit confused this morning because we're trying to let him listen to the program and find out what's happening. Zack?
No.
Zach?
Hey, Jay.
What's happening?
I don't know, Brad.
Zach, you look
I'm already getting confused.
Zach, you got a grin on you. Look like you got a smile on your face. Look like you're eating a banana sideways.
I reckon I do.
Huh?
Okay.
All right, here's what else coming today. Frank is in here as always. 230-4988. You can text Gloria 603-4848. It's going to be one of them type programs. Lonnie's also going to be entertaining in just a moment. And from Hartselle, no, not Eddie Pruitt, but Susan Hines in here this morning. Going to talk about something going on great over there coming up tomorrow, starting at 5:30, I do believe. Joey Boyd, talked to him yesterday. He's going to be one of the cookers over there. He's going to have his big rig pulled out, so we'll talk about that in just a little bit too. Rodeo slacks today. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit also. Plus, we're going out to a school, to a wax museum.
Athens Intermediate.
Yeah, we were there a couple of years ago, too. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on this Thursday morning. We'll talk about the big news. Y'all heard Rolando McClain retired from football.
He must
23 years old. Of course, we'll talk about that in depth in a moment. There's Rolando right there. I didn't see the Bob Labby exclusive. I don't think Bobby got this one. Anyway, then I'm going to talk about the big crime that happened at Walmart yesterday. The big crime, Lonnie, at Walmart here in Athens yesterday. Pork chops were stolen from the meat department.
Pork chop cakes.
So we'll get with that in just a moment, too. Right now, let's check in with the weather and find out how good it's going to be. Here's Gloria with the weather.
That's right. Let's talk about that weather. Jamie, swap Lonnie if you can over there. All right, 63 degrees out there. Going to be absolutely beautiful today. However, there is 30% chance of those scattered thunderstorms, or showers rather, so just keep an eye on that. But 80 for your high today. Yesterday was absolutely gorgeous. Had a great time just hanging out with Maddie in the backyard, and it was cute. The kiddie pool, we finally were able to
Somebody
get
was
into the pool.
nude.
Wasn't me. 79 degrees tomorrow, and actually we do have 40% chance of those showers Friday. It's rodeo day, so yes, I am wearing clothes. Drop that graphic, Brad. And let's talk about the rest of the weekend. We should see some rain on and off, but we should be okay.
I was just looking at what you were pointing at.
I'm sorry, he's trying to get me to fix something.
Pointing at everything. Lonnie, how are you?
I'm good.
Now, you're going to entertain for us today, too.
Yeah.
And you brought Susan up here because you're from Hartselle. She's going to be talking about the great things going over that way. And Zach, what's your opinion on Rolando retiring?
Say what? That's one of the guys on NFL Network.
He's 23 and retired.
23 years old, but somebody said that they thought he got 20 or 30 million guaranteed when he signed his contract. So hopefully he's going to invest that very well. I really can't believe that.
How much of that does he have left?
I'm hoping he has enough.
Lonnie, since you're in the real estate business, Rolando McClain just bought a $1 million house down on Hughes Road right next to our church.
Oh, really? I missed that.
Yeah, so yeah, you missed out on that one.
But Jamie, I'm hoping, 23, I don't know what's going on. He's got a lot of issues going on, and I'm hoping he can get it straightened out. But look at Glenn Coffey. Remember him, Jamie?
Right.
He signed, left early.
He didn't get that kind of money.
Played 1 year at 49ers now, but he's never come back. So.
All right, let me stop y'all 1 second. Let's go to the big heist in Athens yesterday. It's in the Huntsville.al.com this morning, too. Man arrested in pork chop heist. Athens police arrested a man Tuesday charged with stealing 10 packages of pork chops.
Are you for real?
Police say James Ray Franklin of room 216 at the Country Hearth Inn was in Walmart and was observed, well, this says May 8th, picking up 10 packages of pork chops and placing them inside his jacket. Lonnie, the value of them pork chops was $117.12. Oh. When an employee stopped him, he pushed them and left the store after surveillance. And then here's some of the comments this morning on AL.com. And they kind of go like this.
Pork chops, not
Well, that
steaks.
Memorial Day gathering will have one less dumb blank to feed. He's probably on parole anyway. Back to the big house, buddy.
Not a smart.
Said kind of hand it to him. Going for the good stuff, that $1.99 a pound pig meat is way better than that $12 a pound Angus. Well, this fool has to steal food and he can get free money from the government because the more likely he spend his free money on crack. He almost had a barbecue. Should have charged him with assault, too.
Oh,
now they're saying they finally nabbed the notorious James Poke Chop Franklin.
That's horrible.
Poke Chop.
That's really sad. When
While
you
he's in the slammer, he'll be known, Lonnie, as Mr. Pork Chop. Huh?
That's just sad.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I never understood that. If you're going to steal something, steal the good stuff.
Well, that's not even a good copycat. Like what's on national news, he spent the night in the grocery store and what, 50
$50 worth
no,
or 50?
No, 50 cans of whipped cream or something. I don't know.
Well, it's like the guys that broke into the liquor store after it first opened here. They went in and they were living next door in the little
Dump motel?
Dump motel next door to the liquor store. They go in, Susan, and steal Aristocrat vodka.
The least expensive
4 or 5
vodka.
bottles, the least expensive vodka you can buy. Go next door. Well, it just so happens when the police got there and investigated it, it was muddy that day. And they followed their mud boots all the way to room 113 or whatever it was. And there was the Aristocrat vodka. Get that top shelf stuff, man. Go up there and get that Grey Goose and all that stuff, man. If you're going to be stealing something. Well, Zack.
Well, first
steal.
I want to say, Mama, she's home finally.
Yay.
Hope you watch it, Mama. Love you. And give a shout out to my sister, Camilla, who took good care of her. So hopefully this will be the last time she has to be there for a while. Shout out to Decatur General. I know they're part of Athens Hospital. So
What else going on, Zack?
I just want to give a shout out to Coach Todd and Miss Louise. I enjoyed Danny's story on them yesterday. I know there's probably not a lot of big Dulcimer fans out there, but
We were talking about that, so I'm so glad to hear you say that, Zack.
But I was a basketball manager for Coach Todd back in the 80s, so they're good people, and
I
good
hope
to
they
see
don't
that
take my
yesterday.
comments personal. I mean, they're good folks, understand?
Absolutely.
And Lonnie, have you ever played a dulcimer? You a musician?
If I what?
Played a dulcimer?
No.
A dulcimer has to be, the dulcimer has to be the worst sounding instrument I believe I've ever heard. Frank, you agree or disagree?
I agree.
I agree. Only the auto harp could come in there as being bad, but the dulcimer, you don't agree with that?
I don't know. I just, like I said,
You just like the
I like the Todd, so I was just.
Well, now, he wasn't doing no Leonard Skinner imitation.
No, I didn't hear him play any Sweet Home Alabama.
Huh?
He didn't play no Sweet Home.
Lonnie, I can't believe you can't play a dulcimer.
No, I can't.
Or you ever tried?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
That could be
Next. Zack.
Okay, Athens will be playing James Clemens tomorrow night, Athens High School in spring game. Shout out again to Donnie's daughter and all the other girls.
Shut up.
Athens soccer team, state champs. First time, what, they've been there 7 or 8 years?
7 or 8 years, yeah.
Made it.
I can't believe he hasn't brought the girls up here.
Yeah,
He's busy.
of course, we already talked about Rolando. I still think, I think he'll come back, Jamie. Hopefully he'll get another opportunity. O.J. Simpson is testifying in his bid for a new trial. They said right now if he doesn't keep staying there, he'll be in there till he's 70.
He needs to be in there until he's 170.
Well, he got.
You don't think he killed his wife and
Oh,
boyfriend?
absolutely, I do. Absolutely. Bama AD Bill Battle wants the women's basketball program to outgrow Foster Auditorium under their new coach. They got from Texas Tech, Christy Curry.
Yeah.
Auburn got a basketball transfer from Rutgers, Jerome Seegers. Bill Battle also says that Anthony Grant is the right man for the job. I'm still wondering about that.
Don't get too fired up this morning on me, Zack.
Okay. I don't have a whole lot, so
What are you reading, obituaries?
I better slow down.
Zack, you ever been to Lawler's Barbecue? I had this story on yesterday.
Yes, I have.
I had it on yesterday.
Good
News Courier's got it today. Lawler's in Final Four barbecue sauces here. So talked to Jim Kelly yesterday. Again, a shout out to them. They want to come on and sing, him and his wife, Jean.
They did a Mother's Day song. We
Jim
missed it.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Catfish.
He's a little bit talented.
He's really
Spends most of his time fishing, but they do make us some
Why
good
his
barbecue.
nickname's
over.
Catfish.
Yeah. Zack, have you eaten at Taco Bell yet?
Not
breakfast.
lately. Not for breakfast.
Well, they're about to have
For
something new
breakfast?
coming out. It's called, that's right, the Waffle Taco. It's out in California right now. In USA Today this morning, Taco Bell's figured out yet another weird way to make a taco. Squish it with a waffle. That's right. For several weeks, nation's largest
I'll
Mexican
skip it.
fast food chain has been testing something called Waffle Taco. Here's a shot of it right here. No, it's not made with beans and lettuce and beef, but with a scrambled egg, sausage patty, and syrup. Plopped inside a waffle, folded, and served to look like a taco. 89 cents.
Original.
I'm sure Seth and
A
Roy
waffle taco.
say that's something.
A waffle taco.
No fast food. It's good for you.
Just trying to stay in that breakfast market. What else you got, Zach?
Former offensive coordinator Jim McElwain, he was back in Tuscaloosa for his daughter's graduation. He said he's looking forward to Colorado State coming to Brighton.
How many days is it to kick off?
It's about 100. I can't remember exactly. But
Zach, that's like sacrilegious, man.
I know it.
You don't know how many days it is to kick off?
How many days is it, Jamie?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just going by what Rex Looney said. It was like 44 weeks or something.
I was just going to tell Coach Mack, hey, good luck when you come to Tuscaloosa, but it's not going to be pretty, buddy. You're on the other sidelines, so you don't have the Crimson Tide.
Oh, don't get personal, Zach. Give him much opportunity.
Did you hear what Florida assistant, former Alabama
the fat guy,
Tim Davis, called Saban?
Yeah.
He said, I always wanted to work for Muschamp. Will's got a plan. He coached under the devil himself for 7 years. I only did for 3. Well, coach under Muschamp, and you'll never win that championship, Davis. So
you call somebody out, Zach?
I called Tim Davis out. I'm sure he's watching in Gainesville. I'm sure he's watching in Gainesville, Florida, right now.
Oh yeah, everybody watches Zach.
Zach, let me ask you a personal question. How many games do you think Auburn will win this year?
Auburn.
I looked at their schedule.
It could be 6 or 7.
You think they'll go that many?
They could go.
They'll win the first 2, then they'll lose 3 in a row.
They could go 7 and 5.
Could, but won't.
I say more 6 and 6. But hey, you can get in a bowl game 6 and 6.
I'm gonna go out on a limb right now and predict Alabama, Lonnie, will win the 3rd national championship in a row.
Do we have to hear that all year?
14-0 this year.
Yes.
14-0. I feel it. 14-0.
Johnny Football's going down this year. I talk trash on him.
He won't be half the man he was
Johnny
last year.
Football is going down.
Lonnie's also in the real estate business. Give him a shout out for that. Marmac. We'll talk about that in a little bit too. Who did you just sell to? Didn't you get 2 lots?
Oh, well, Larry Woodall, a friend of mine, he said he saw me on the show last week.
Good.
And he called me, I had to be here pretty early, and he called me about 10:30 last night and said, I'm going to let you list those lots.
All right, from now on, no one call him late.
Just one thing. I couldn't think of anything that y'all were talking about, but Jim Kelly, when I think of, I thought of him and then think of sports, his brother and I were playing in the 40 and over baseball, me and senior baseball league, and we talked Jim into coming out and playing with us.
Did it hurt?
Well, yeah, but when you're old like we, it's kind of hard. But
look, first of all, people over 40 don't need to be participating in sports.
Well, but it's really fun.
Well, Brad's almost that. He got hurt the first day. Brad got hurt walking out on the field.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is we told Jim when you hit the ball, don't run as hard as you can because it'll hurt you.
Yeah.
You're going to pull something, huh?
And he hit the ball and he took off down the first base line and it's pulled.
Jim?
Yeah, Jim. It was
bad.
Okay, Jim. Lonnie has called you out, saying you may be skinny, but you ain't in shape.
It was Jim.
Hey, you know Dr. Ruth?
Yes.
You know she talks a lot about sex.
Yeah, I've heard of her. I've heard of her.
85 years old and still talking dirty.
Is she?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
Go, Grandma.
Here's a story on her. Ruth Westheimer emerged on the national scene. You probably remember her, Susan, in the 1980s as a 50th, she's your size, pint-sized, 4'7" sex therapist. Whose explicit advice about sexual functioning and relationships is in a heavy German accent made her a pop culture hit known as Dr. Ruth. She was everywhere on TV back in those days. TV, cover of People magazine. She was born in Germany, lost all of her family in 1939 at age 10. She was Jewish. They were sent to an orphanage in Switzerland.
Didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Lost, and now she came over here and dishing out sexual advice more than I do, Zach. Ask me a question, anything you need.
No.
I don't need to ask nothing.
But anyway, Dr. Ruth, 85 years old. Hey, let me take a break right now. We'll come back with Zack in just a moment. Hear more from Lonnie. Whoa! And we'll take a break right now. Y'all hang on. Hey! I'm John Zell, First Rodeo.